We want to do the white in gouache over the top, but in this picture it's almost like a creamy tinge to the white. So we can put that down as well and then build the white gouache on top of that. So gouache, remember, is a white opaque watercolour paint. So white watercolour is still translucent, so it doesn't sit on top like gouache does. So we need to get some black onto Daisy there. So I'm just going to start with a reasonably strong wash, but we will work into it and make it much darker because she's a good solid black. So we don't want a straight head, so we can just use a little bit of dab the paint on there. Obviously the ears are a little bit crisper. Don't worry if it's too pale at the moment, because we will work into it, build up the layers to look like the fur and the density of the fur. So she actually had quite furry ears. This is like my first base coat, so then we're taking our time. We don't want to rush this. We've got 2 weeks. Now we've also got a couple of weeks afterwards as well, if we need to just finish things off. So plenty of time. Always use your paintbrush the way that the fur grows. If you've got a furry cat or dog, because naturally as you lift your brush off you'll get that finer edge, rather than starting with a thick edge. A little bit, not too much, so I'm just going to soften that edge with a bit of a damp brush. Still using my number 6 or number 8 brush at the moment because it's quite a large area. Beginning to take a bit of shape, so I want a very sort of pale creamy touch to the rest of her. I'm going to use a little tiny amount of yellow ochre and just wash that in. So that we can work over the top with white and help define the fur and so on. now. I've got a fine number 0 round, so I use around the eyes, and I've also got a 0 or number 1 rigger. The rigger brush has got much longer hair in it, so it's great for doing long, thin lines because it holds a lot more paint than the smaller brush. So I can load my rigger and I can begin to build up some of the fur around the ears. Again, this is black again.
Oh my god.
What?
Just doing Willow smile.
Smile.
She looks absolutely ridiculous. Like, you look better with hair.
She's not got any hair at the moment.
No, I haven't done any of the hair yet. It's just got into my face. So the eye thing will be drying up now.
Should be. Just give it a feel with your finger. Building up the fur around the ears to give us that nice whispery effect with the fur. So I've not had to go into the paint too often because the rigger holds lots of paint. As I talked about putting some blue into black, just emphasises the black, makes it look a little bit more interesting. So I can put some blue into the black here and it'll just make it look a bit denser.
I'm fine, thank you.
Take, please.
Yes, please. Thank you. Do a bit more black on the hair as well. If it's a black cat or dog, we need it black, we don't want it grey. Another quite useful brush when you're doing fur or foliage is this. Talked about it last week. So this is your either your comb or rake or combo brush. So it's got short and long hairs. So when we paint with it, we get lots of lines. So we could also use that. nice fine, about a 0. Nice fine paintbrush you want.
Where does it?
So a little tiny one, basically, because you don't want to have too much water or too much paint on your brush. So this is nice for just finding that little bit of broken lines around.
So I've got 2.
Let's have a look, see what you've got.